We begin with the major earthquake that struck Nepal. The government has declared a state of emergency and is appealing for international aid. The 7.8 magnitude quake is the worst to shake Nepal in more than 80 years. So far, at least 1,500 people have now died, but authorities say that number is expected to climb. Rescue workers are reaching remote areas and sifting through the rubble. The earthquake hit at midday with the epicenter around 80 kilometers northwest of Kathmandu. Effects of the tremor were felt across the region. CCTV's Roee Ruttenberg has been monitoring this situation in Nepal all day, and he joins us now. And Roee, already that number has raised to 1,500, and we expect it to climb.
Absolutely, and we'll get a better image now with the new morning. It's just past 6 a.m. in Kathmandu. Many people spent the night outside. Thousands of people tens of thousands, I should say, were on the streets of that capital of 2.5 million people, afraid to go back into their homes. There have been a number of aftershocks, at least 15 measuring more than 4.5 on the Richter scale, dozens of others that are smaller quakes. When we just heard in the last half hour of another 5.6 earthquake not too far away. So a lot of people are really nervous about what to expect. Many of the homes in various cities and towns destroyed. We understand that in the villages near the epicenter, according to government cabinet officials, 90% of the homes in those villages were destroyed. So naturally, people see these images and they're scared. This is what some of the witnesses had to say.
We are hearing rumors that other bigger earthquakes are expected to happen. We're sleeping here so we can stay safe and quickly run to safety if needed.
What if the earthquake comes again and we don't have a chance to run? Will we be buried alive? Me and my family haven't gone back to the room since the earthquake happened. We are too scared.
And you saw those dark pictures there. There are several power outages across Nepal, and also all of this is compounded by the fact that it's very cold, and we're expecting rains on Sunday.
I would imagine just communication is very vital right now, but it's hard to coordinate because they are dealing with limited supplies and limited access.
Indeed, and we understand that several of the hospitals, of course, are overcapacitated. 29 districts have been declared crisis zones by the government. In some of the hospitals, mattresses were brought outside to the parking lots so that people could have a place to rest, many showing up with very critical injuries. And a lot of aid organizations and indeed governments from abroad have responded and said that they will send in assistance. The United States said it is sending in a search and rescue team, that it is donating $1 million in assistance, that it will coordinate with the government of Nepal. It's also worth pointing out that the prime minister of the country at the time was in Jakarta at a summit there, traveled to Bangkok, but got stuck there and could not return to the country because the airport was closed.
So this next 48 to 72 hours is going to be critical because the relief supplies are going to be coordinated. The international effort will be coordinated, and we're going to know more about survivors, I would imagine.
Absolutely, and we may get some more devastating stories. We've gotten confirmation that a Google executive was among those killed in the avalanches in Mount Everest, and Google has reactivated its People Finder, which it hasn't used since the 2010 quake in Haiti. That is now active to help people find their missing loved ones.
A lot of stories coming out of this. Thank you, Roee Ruttenberg, for the update.